Alrighty, we are live, Boss Babe. Not really part 2.01. It's kind of like class numbers in college. 201, yeah. So Boss Babe, and this is all tonight is actually on goal setting. But I added, we're gonna go deeper with goal setting tonight. So I hope y'all are ready. Yeah. Are y'all ready to get a little uncomfortable? So
yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
In a good way. Uncomfortable in a good way. Okay, so
Can I ask a question to the group while you go?
Yeah.
I have my quarterly thing printed, but I'm putting it back in an art notebook. And I just have one of these like one at a time little punchers. It'll take me a long time. Does anybody have a big puncher? Anybody have one of these? I don't know. There's something. That's cool. I was trying to get here early tonight so I could just sit here and punch.
Okay, I'm gonna pass out these, and everything that I pass out tonight, I'm gonna post the actual PDF inside. I'll do it. Probably I'm gonna post most everything just in the Tuesday night group. Well, no, I guess I probably need to put it in gold. So our out of towners can get it as well because they're not in the Tuesday night group. So here's the flyer with all the dates and the topics so that you guys can know exactly what we're doing for Boss Babe. There is, in order to earn your Boss Babe t-shirt, just FYI, you do have to attend 9 out of the 13 sessions, and then it's also 15 faces each month. So 15 in October, 15 in November, and 15 in December. And then it's 3 sharing appointments, 3 career chats in September, 3 in October, November, and December. So it's total 9, okay? And I'm not doing any other kind of tracking sheets. The tracking is gonna come from your tracking notebook. Okay, so like that's gonna be the tracking notebook. You guys, that's how you, what's the word? Like that's how you prove what you've done. We don't need to have all these different tracking sheets. Okay, so that's the purpose of that. So if you do a face, it needs to get on the 100 basis sheet, and then it also needs to get on the sheet for that month, so that you're tracking it in just one place. Okay. All right. So take one of those, and then you guys can have that for your records and put it in your notebook if you want to. All right. And so we're gonna start off right here with quarter 2. So this is kind of funny. I'm kind of going a little backwards, but that's okay. That's why I was in mode from the end of what I put together, and so I'm going to go back to. Okay, so we are going to start with a little bit of numbers, and then we are going to go backwards. So let me first of all share. We're working in quarters, and I don't know about y'all, but I love working in quarters. It's like I don't know. It doesn't go by quite as. I mean, it goes by fast. Don't get me wrong, but not quite as fast as a month goes by. And so our benchmark out of the new seminar, I'm going to talk about our unit first, and then we're going to pull it down to individual goals. Okay. So our benchmark, of course, was to hit Cadillac by the first quarter. Okay. So now we've hit it, you guys, and we hit it well, we hit it strong, and so now we've got to set our benchmark for the second quarter. Okay. And so I was kind of just I've been racking my brain over the past couple days, going, okay, what is it that we can get excited about? What could we, what's the next stepping stone? Well, it kind of came together actually this morning because did you guys all see that October is what? Double credit. Yeah. Okay. So what does double credit actually mean? Okay, double credit is for your wholesale ordering. You have a retail now. Wholesale is what we pay. The retail on your October orders doubles. Okay, so let's just take, for example, you placed your $600 cumulative order for October. Normally we would get $1,200 retail credit. Well, this month it is how much? $2,400. $2,400. Okay, so this is really kind of cool. If any of y'all, I'm sure none of y'all watch the scoreboard at all in the newsletter. You're not looking at the website to find out who's number 1 or 2. Y'all don't look at that, do y'all? You don't have to answer. I was always looking at it. Okay, so it's really cool because this is like one of those months where like somebody that's not even in the top 5 can way up to the top like really fast. So you have to be on your game. But we have to take full advantage of October. Okay, and so my brain started going when I was really thinking and talking about double credit. It's also double credit for sharing. So if you recruit somebody during the month of October, you guys, How many months do they have to get Great Start qualified? Okay, so they have October, November, December, and January. So as long as they get Great Start qualified by the end of January, meaning they get up to 600, they will count double for you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so when I get my gold medal, I'll have 10.
Yeah.
I'll have credit for 10.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's like almost
that's a half a quart.
Yeah, almost princess.
Yes, yes, that's half a princess quart. Yes. What were you?
And so anyone who, July, this is their last month.
Correct. Yes, if you recruited anybody in the month of July, because July was double credit, this is their last month to get them over the 600 mark so that they count double for you for the year. Okay. So yes, anybody you team build, bring in October, it counts double when you get up to Great Start qualified. Yes, cumulative. That's amazing. Y'all, it's amazing. So, okay, so when it first rolled out in July, we didn't have any. August, we had 2 Great Start qualifieds. And then here, because it's starting to build. So in September, we had 6 Great Start qualifieds.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. And so like when October comes around, I gotta go back and see where we're at with who's left. But it just is amazing, you guys. And it's so cool because now they are feeling amazing. And just like Courtney, actually, when you get to your next 600 orders after your initial order, she still gets free product, y'all. I mean, it's amazing. So every 600 they hit within those first 4 months. So like Courtney, your goes September. Did you get in?
Yeah, I came in at the end of August, like
okay, so
30th or something.
Okay, so August, September, October. So you have to the end of November. So so for every 600 they hit during their 4-month window, they'll get bonus product. And so I don't know, it's gone from a new consultant going, well, I missed out on my first order, to they have something to work for and they're feeling successful and it's putting product on their shelf, which is what they need to be even more successful anyway. So
and when do we get the bonus?
You get bonus, your $50 bonus on the month that they cross over the 600.
The first one.
Yeah, so actually all 6 that were qualified in September, I need to go back and figure out who all they were, but who all they belong to will get bonus. The Lori will get bonus for Courtney.
That's why I'm wearing a red sash.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's what it's all about. And so yeah. Okay, so double. So I wrote on mine, it's a game changer, you guys. October is a game changer. So if you've been not playing pull out or you've been thinking about playing pull out, no more thinking. Like October is not the month to think. It is only doing. That's all we're just doing in October. Okay.
Such a $1 million message.
Yeah.
Is it on that?
It's like 25 minutes long. It's so worth it.
All right, so we're all about doing in October. All right, so let me share with you guys, in September, our unit from September of last year, y'all, just for the month of September, we had 167% increase.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I'm wondering if we might get a phone call from corporate. I mean, seriously, I'm wondering if we might. I don't know.
That's huge.
Okay, huge. And so we're sitting for the first quarter, like July, August, and September, we are up 109%.
Wow.
Woo!
That's double. That's double.
Yeah, it's more than doubling. Yeah, so that's like way cool. Okay, and so I wanted you guys to know our last 6-month average is what our team has been doing. For those of you guys, some of y'all care less about this, but I want to share it. It's our average ordering for our unit for the past 6 months is $16,845 wholesale. Okay, so when I was sitting here going, well, credit, what do we make as our goal for October? I was like, if we just doubled what we did in October last year, it's too low. It's way too low. I'm gonna let you say that. I wonder if they can hear you on the channel.
Can we say it louder?
Yeah. All right, so the bar has to be, the new bar is at least 17,000 wholesale every month is where we're starting. And so what I figured what we would do is I just bumped it up and rounded it. If we've been doing 16,845, we hit 21,700 in September. $21,727-ish. So I hit our October goal is 20. Okay. So if you are writing numbers down and you can, Lauren, you be a number scout.
Yes, I'm totally good.
All right, so we are at 103,000 retail right now. That's what we had in 103 and $200. Okay, so y'all get this. If we hit not yet, when we hit 20,000 retail in October, okay, that's 40 retail, 40 doubled. That's 80,000. So add that to the 103. Okay. And these numbers, hopefully you guys follow on this. Okay, yeah, you're right. 183. And then we just do 20,000 again in November and 20,000 again in December, which is just staying where we are. That's 40 more thousand and 40 more thousand. What does that add up to, Lauren?
I'm working on it.
I got it here if you want to hear it.
So 180 plus another 80 is 260.
Yeah, 263,000 retail. Y'all know what that is?
Really, really close to.
That's over halfway to what? What's
Oh, a circle of excellence.
Well, no, Circle of Excellence is 650.
Oh, half million.
Yeah.
No, that is half of half.
Oh, wow.
That is half, and y'all are just being freaking goosebumps. Oh my word. I went,
Wow.
holy
Yeah,
cow.
half of the other half. The other half.
Oh, we
No.
always do, I would probably, I'm gonna say, I don't know, a full 2/3, but we always do more in the spring. It's just kind of a
But you're already halfway there.
And we're already at halfway to $500,000, y'all, at December 30th.
Well, that's
Holy cow, we will
June.
totally hit Circle of Excellence in the springtime. And, thank you, Betty.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how does
With
that
her
work?
offspring need, we get a bonus 25,000 retail.
I was gonna ask, how does Betty's,
Yeah.
how does Betty?
Technically, they don't count anymore, but we get bonused on that 25,000 retail in June of next year because she became an offspring. So like Lauren, when you become an offspring before June 30th, we'll get another bonus 25,000. So there's a bonus 50,000 retail right there. Yeah. Okay. So but y'all see how October can be a huge game changer just for our unit, you guys. But in order to do that for our unit, we've got to do it for y'all.
So every time you have an offspring, 25.
We add the credit. Yes. Okay, so this is our benchmark, you guys. This is what we're going for quarter number 2 is how did I have it right here? Oh, half of $500,000 by 12/31 and to be at 125 unit numbers, which 125 is half of 250. So half of $500,000, so be at 250 or more higher retail, and be at 125 unit numbers because we hit 123 or 124, and we'll go down to 99-ish when Betty pulls out while she's pulling out. So we're at 99, so maybe 125. Okay. So when we hit that, you guys, and we're gonna get Betty's group on. Y'all have a quarter 2 mission as well. Y'all gotta hit 5,000 in October, November, and December, and then Betty has to add 3 new team members, and she will hit the first new director challenge, and she'll be bonused $1,000. So she's got her
So does
track.
that get her on the, what do you have to do for Fabulous 50 and all?
Yes,
So
yes, that's the first leg of it. And I don't know the name of it. It's Fabulous 50. It's the second.
It's the second
Honors
one.
And that might be the third.
No, I
Maybe
think
it's
that's-
on the move.
It
might
is
be on the move.
move.
Okay,
On the
so
move,
that's,
honors.
if you want to write that down for Betty, I told it to her, but she could always hear it again.
Okay, what is
It's
it?
5,000. Well, no, it's just the first quarter is all we're talking right now. Just October through December. It's on the grow. 5,000 for October, 5,000 for November and December, and then she has to add 3 personal team members.
Each month or through the whole quarter?
Through the whole quarter.
qualified?
Just 3. I think that's 3 team members. I'll have to go back and check that. It might be
Nicole and
qualified.
Allison and I were talking about that because they were, we missed it. I was like, how y'all? How? And they were like, because we were done.
All right, so this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking, and I'm totally up for suggestions. Is that when we hit that on December 31st, and I want to have a New Year's party. Like not, it doesn't have to be right on New Year's, but like around the 1st, like have a New Year's party, or maybe even like a dinner where y'all can bring your spouses to. And yeah, we can celebrate and do like a New Year's kickoff dinner or party.
Ooh.
Yeah, every New Year's night, I'm like, I want to go and like.
I know, right?
But
My
hair.
hair.
Alright, so y'all just send ideas. I have no idea what the first even lands on. I'm just thinking a party would be fun to celebrate, and I think our spouses and significant others could definitely come.
I'm in on the dress up.
That's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll hit you first thing then.
You can do like. I'm not saying New Year's Eve because I know.
How about we dress up?
But we
Yeah.
can take it Saturday before. Okay. So with all of that said, does that sound like everything? Are y'all good with that?
Yes.
That's benchmark number 2. And I've been using the word benchmark, and I think all of the teachers in the room can help relate. I'm sure you probably have benchmarks along the way too for yearly goals, like in your job. You don't have to hit certain. You don't have to. Okay.
Let's try.
I know. Sorry. You don't like the
The word. Happy word.
happy.
Remember, you'll just have to do a party early in
Well, and
January
also-
since you don't believe in leadership.
Yes, but leadership is actually in the middle of the month, so it's okay.
It is a little bit later this year.
Yeah, it is a
It's
little bit
always
later.
on my birthday.
Yeah, it's like 16th-ish or something.
I don't have January.
Okay, so just know that the content that I'm gonna be rolling out will all fit to move us here in October. I do have the Book 10 challenge. There's a prize. I'll post that tonight for everybody who takes Book 10 appointments by the 5th. There will be a 300 by the 15th. I will roll that out the next day too, just so you can see what you can choose from. And then I do want to tell you guys that whoever's on target for STAR at the end of September with 900 wholesale, we're going to do a mystery date. Like we're going to do a mystery night. This is for quarter 2. This is for quarter 2.
I was like October. Okay, I was like, I'm confused.
And then the last thing, and then we're gonna dig into goal setting more, pearls of sharing. For every 5 sharing appointments you do, and or 5 guests here to the studio, and they can be on Tuesday nights or Saturday nights.
Thursday night.
Sorry, Tuesday nights or Saturday mornings.
On target.
If you take them to on another night, that probably is fine too. Just you gotta keep me posted, okay? But for every 5 people that you're in front of through sharing or guests to events, what I'm gonna do, you guys, is if you're missing a piece of the pearl set, the earrings, the necklace, or the bracelet, choose that first. So when you hit 5, just let me know which piece you need, okay? Like Courtney needs all of it. But I have no idea where everybody else is and what they have of the current pearl sets, okay? Okay, so if you never did any of it, this is your chance to get the whole pearl set. The earrings, the one for the company. If you already have the pearl set, I'm actually gonna go shopping, you guys, and I'm just gonna put on my dining room table, I'm just gonna buy some pearl pieces, like some jewelry, like some necklaces, some bracelets. Maybe, actually, I think I still have a pretty pearl ring.
That's pretty.
It was very pretty.
I
And I'm just gonna lay out pearl jewelry, and so if you already have you do your full set of pearls for the company first. And then if you have that, or you get to 20, and so you need more, then you get to pick a piece off the jewelry table, okay? Because I just figured that would be the easiest way, because I don't know where everybody is, and some of y'all like rolling your eyes like, I don't need pearls. And then some of y'all are like, and then I don't know which pieces you need. So that's the way we're gonna work that.
So it's for each 5 guests.
It's 5. And it can actually be a combination, you guys.
Okay.
It could be a combination.
5 faces.
It's not faces,
No,
unless you are
5
doing
people.
a sharing appointment.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So if you have to share the opportunity for it to count. Okay. So if you go into a full-fledged interview with somebody at a facial, sure. But I need to be able to follow up with them and just, if I want to say, hey girl, I heard you heard about the Mary Kay the business. What impressed you?
What's the time frame
Bring
for
them
this?
here.
For October. For October.
What would on target for starting?
900 hotels, you said. Yeah. All right, so I know I kind of just threw all that, kind of vomited all that out and all there. It'll be backed up with, I've already got most of them and about 3/4 made. So when you see them roll out, you should be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay. But yeah, so it can be a combination of 5 guests and sharing appointments. Just when you hit your first 5, they'll be logged in your tracking notebook on the perfect 12 sheet, you know, on the on the right side, the log who you talk to. Yes, per week right there, that's where they will be logged. And so when you hit 5, this little part right here, week 1, you put your names in here. So like Mary can put in a guest here for tonight. Okay? And so if you have guests coming on Thursday night or Saturday, fill them in, as well as sharing appointments. Okay? All right.
Do sharing appointments have to be with a director?
They do not. In fact, I highly recommend you do them on your own.
Oh, okay.
And the reason for that is because layers, y'all. What's the average layer a person needs before they'll say yes?
5, 7 or 8. It depends.
4.
4.
Four-ish is the average. I love it. Courtney was an exception.
Yeah.
She came and she signed. That's an exception, which is awesome. We love that. But most of the time people need about 4 layers of information. So if you have facial the person, and I always say, guys, walk away with something booked. If they don't want to book a second appointment, fine, book them for a sharing appointment. Okay, it gets you face to face with them again. But a sharing appointment would be a second time in front of them. If they came as a guest, that could be a 3rd time, or you can layer them with a packet of information, or you could layer them with a video to watch. Okay. And speaking of videos, and pick collage invites. On our website, you guys, ShellyAyler.com, you can go to the Resource Center. The last one over, Resource Center, go all the way down. Y'all, the videos are all, the videos I think are on the team building page. But y'all, there's videos y'all can pick from. Like you can watch them. And tons of videos, like opportunity videos. And that's where you can right click and copy and then go paste it in a text and send it to people. Okay? The second thing is all the cute pick collage invites that I do for y'all invites, they're there. Did y'all know that?
No.
They are there now.
Yeah. Okay, I was like, they were there before.
They are there. So some of your awesome. I did a cute one for a fall one for. I have a party on Sunday, and so I just put in her address, her name. I put RSVP to Shelly and put my number, and if they RSVP to me for a fun swag bag, is what I put at the bottom. So I mean, and it was cute. It was fall, and I didn't have to be creative. I just put the info in. So they're all there. They're super cute, and so take advantage of that. That was a side note.
Love it.
Okay. All right, so we're going deeper tonight with goal setting. So you guys we rolled out some numbers with the units. And what's really cool is we're gonna actually watch a video. It's about a 12 minutes, Leah Laughlin, you don't need to listen to her for 12 minutes. But I encourage you guys, listen deeply, take notes. I'm gonna post the video afterwards because just for people that are watching the replay of this, when I go into video mode, you can't hear it. And I tried to Google how to figure that out, and it was too complicated. So I'm going to post the video if you want to rewatch it. But everything she talks about and goes through, you guys, I've actually been doing, that's what I've been doing for probably this January will be 2 years. Like it's, okay, so when you think of goal setting, you know how you just jump in, like, well, I'm a numbers person, so I'm like, goal set, where do I want to go? What are the numbers? And where do I need to do? What do I need to do? And just, the plan. Well, Leah backs it up. And you got to go deeper first, emotionally getting uncomfortable before you get to the numbers. And I've been doing it for the past 2 years, every single quarter, because I've been doing her quarterly tracking, what I'm kind of pulling y'all into. This January will actually be 2 years. And the clearer on where you're going and why you're going, y'all, it just makes it so much easier to say no to the no things or to the good things and say yes to the great things that are going to move you forward. So, but when we're feeling torn and going all different directions and we're not clear where we're going, on why we're doing this and where we're headed, it's easier to say, yes to the wrong things that aren't taking us forward where we want to go. So anyway, so we're going to listen to her for 12 minutes. And then yeah, we'll go from there. So just know the video's not on, like it's going to play, but, there's no sound for the people watching the video. So I will post it so that y'all can watch it again if you want to. I don't know how to make this smaller.
Feel like hit the
I'm gonna get this going. Here. I need to restart it. I cannot hear it.
I can't hear.
Okay. Okay, let's just do pause.
Right here.
Okay. Oh, you can't hear it right there either.
I heard 90 Day Cycle.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I don't know why that starts
Yeah.
Hello. Volume. Oh.
Hello, you guys. This is National
Hi, it's here.
Laughlin, and I'm enjoying this beautiful fall day in Ohio. We are days away from October 1st. What that means in the Mary Kay world, this video is really specifically being designed for sales directors in the Mary Kay business. Consultants, you can learn a lot about my intention is leaders in the Mary Kay world. And in our world, we have worked with different services. And we're about to start our second of 4 90-day cycles. Second 90-day cycle, we've got October, November, December. And then that brings us halfway through the year. And so it's an important time of year for so many different reasons. And we're going to specifically talk about goal setting. Because in my journey in this business, I have realized how profound that goal setting can be. Yes, it is simple. It is simple. That you decide what you want, you possibly write it down, and you start working on it. So there is simplicity to goal setting, yet it goes like 10 feet deeper than just that, because it really starts to touch on who you are, who you want to be, what are your values, what are your priorities, how do you want to live your life, how do you want to design your life, what kind of legacy do you want to create, what do you want to leave behind for your children. It starts to really tap into that deep stuff, and that's when it becomes profound. It also becomes profound when you are at maybe a season in life when you're being pulled in a lot of different directions. And I'm thinking a lot of moms with small children, or people who are working 2 jobs, Mary Kay, and another full-time job, or maybe you're going to school and you're a leader in Mary Kay. So you're being pulled in multiple directions. And probably 99% of the people watching this, like, Mary Kay's not your one and only. You've got this, that, and this and that in your life. And so you're being pulled in a lot of different directions. And so how do you know what to say yes to? How do you know what to say no to? How do you know when to lay down, your best yes? How do you know what your best yes is? When is it appropriate to say no to people or things or opportunities? So the goal setting process helps you to identify some of those things and helps you to more consistently be able to know what your best yes is, and then have the capacity in your time, because of how you're designing your life, to be able to lay it down and give yourself fully to your best yes. And good is enemy of best, remember? So we've got a lot of good options. I wish that weren't the case. When you've got a lot of good options, it becomes harder to discern the best yes. It's easy to tell the difference between a good opportunity and a bad one, or one that is not as attractive. But discerning when you have a lot of good things in your life is a little bit more complicated. So So let's get started. So how I want you to start this goal setting process is I want you to analyze and spend some time thinking about the last 90 days. Okay, so just think through July, August, September, what went really, really well? What were you excited about? What felt victorious? What felt like you were winning? What were some of your most shining moments in the past 90 days? Okay, so we want to start there. Start with the victories. And then July, August, and September. And what was most disappointing? What was the hardest thing to walk through? What were some expectations that were unmet? What expectations did you have that didn't play out, or where did you expect and want to see results that you didn't see results in? Okay, you want to take that time to really analyze, think, process, because that's your starting point for the goal setting process that you're going to do moving forward. Most people don't spend any time asking themselves those questions and giving themselves the space to answer them and to fully mentally and hopefully verbally process your answers to these questions. Some people live their whole life without really analyzing what's working, what's not working, what am I proud of, what am I disappointed by? And it's so important to go through that process. But it's hard. It's a hard process because it forces you to think. Like, you really have to mentally think it through. And you have to pause for a quiet moment to give your brain the space to even come up with some thoughts about it and write some things down or talk some things through with your leader. Okay, so it forces your brain to really think. The other reason I think it's challenging and hard, or maybe we sometimes avoid this self-analyzation, is because it can evoke some hard emotions. It can evoke some regret. It can evoke some man, I said I would, but I didn't, or I wish I would have, or why didn't I make that choice? And those are hard to deal with, but my friends, be willing to be uncomfortable with those, because unless we do that, nothing changes. Nothing changes. And forget 90 days, you'll go an entire year without making tweaks and changes that lead to better results, that lead you more closely to the life and vision you want to live. And so without taking time to do these and intentionally really ponder what went well, what didn't go well in the last 90 days, I think multiple things can happen that we don't want to have happen. And one of them is we can get stuck in insanity cycles. And an insanity cycle is kind of doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results, but then not seeing the different results. And so we just keep spinning our wheels and doing the same thing over and over again. You kind of get stuck on this hamster wheel. And nothing ever changes. It's just the same wheel and the same cycle and the same story, and you're just replaying it over and over and over again. But you're wanting something different, but there's no active or intentional choices being made to create that change. And not even really knowing if you wanted to make a change, how to make the change. Okay, so this process of analyzing the past 90 days can help you break out of that wheel, that hamster wheel, and get out of that insanity cycle and make choices to get you on a different path that will ideally, hopefully, purposefully put you on a different path of growth. Okay, so let's break out of any insanity cycles that exist. Another thing that when we don't do this, okay, so when we don't do the analyzation process that I'm talking about, is that it creates unnecessary disappointment. So kind of related to the insanity cycle, is we're expecting something different, but doing the same thing we've always done. And that can just create such heartache, such regret, such disappointment, such guilt. We can start to be way too hard on ourselves and unkind to ourselves. And our self-talk can turn really, really negative, because it's oh, yep, I did it again. wanted to have a year of growth or wanted to do this or that in my business, but here I am again, just did the same things I did last year. And that creates a lot of heartache that if that's continued for any kind of period of time, it is a heavy, heavy burden to bear and becomes harder and harder to break out of the habit, the thought habits, the negative self-talk, the insanity cycle that we've created, okay? And so let's not bear that heavy disappointment and just deal with whatever negative emotions this may evoke in you or bring up. Deal with them now so that you're not dealing with them forever, okay? Another thing, guys, is it doesn't allow the compound effect to set in, okay? So let's say you go through this process and you really analyze like what's working, what's not working. You'll most likely identify like, okay, I need to tweak this, or I need to do this differently, or I need to get up at 5 a.m. so I can do this, this, and this before my kids get up, or I need to eat the frog and do my booking calls first before I do anything else, or I need to adjust my schedule like this, or I need to do this or that, okay? So that's the idea, is that it's gonna create those little tweaks. And sometimes it's nothing big or epic, it's just a small little like shift in how you're thinking and how you're working and in your focus. You make these little shifts. And they don't seem like that big of a deal, but when done consistently over time, the compound effect sets in. And the compound effect is sort of like compound interest. They call compound interest the eighth wonder of the world because of how magical it is when you invest money over time and it starts to compound, and all of a sudden what you invested turns into a whole lot larger sum of money, okay? So that's what we want to have happen with your life. We want to invest these little tweaks and changes and shifts and different ways of thinking, different ways of working. It don't seem like that big of a deal. It's kind of like just, investing $50 a month or something. Just a small little amount you're investing. Doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Doesn't feel like you're getting rich overnight. Doesn't feel like you're ready for retirement. But you do it over a period of time and boom, it compounds. It accumulates. Momentum sets in, like the snowball effect, like it keeps rolling down the hill and it gets bigger and bigger and stronger and is pulling more snow with it. And all of a sudden you've got this massive growth that's happening in your life. But it all started with those little shifts, those little tweaks, those little adjustments in how you think and how you work. And when done consistently over time, it creates unbelievable momentum. Like you will astound yourself when you can make these small positive shifts, but you don't know what shifts to make until you go through this whole self-analyzation process and the goal-setting portion of the brain book that I'm about to talk about with you guys. Okay, so just embrace the discomfort, okay? We don't have to always feel really good. We are tough women, we can do hard things, we can embrace the discomfort of this process. Okay, we're okay with hard, we're okay with the challenge. We're ready for it, okay? So the brain book is designed to walk you through really the same goal.
Okay. Oh, okay, so while I'm getting this back, any comments about what you guys just heard? Let me stop screen sharing.
I think that the concept of the compound effect, like compound interest, makes a lot of sense. I'll think about it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small daily, small daily, watch Jill engrave that in us, done over time. Oh, I'll have to get my notes. Small daily, something.
Right along with the $1 million message.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
does it really? Yeah, she was talking about starting
Because it
her.
shifts, small daily shifts
starting
for,
munching.
yeah.
Yeah, I wrote them down
Yeah.
while I was listening.
Small daily choices plus consistency plus time equals results. Yeah.
Small daily, read one more time.
Small daily choices plus consistency over time plus time equals results. Yep. Okay, so I wrote a couple questions down on that one piece of paper, and so that's for you guys to jot notes on. And what we're going to do for this BossBabe is I'm not giving you a whole notebook, but I'm going to have handouts and stuff as we go along. So if you want to just collect them all, and then you can go have it bound at the ends, and that way you have BossBabe to put together with your agenda on the top cover. Okay. So those were some of the questions there. I know some of y'all wrote on them, some of you didn't. It's really your choice. So I thought just real quickly, we're actually okay on some time. What were some, does anybody want to share like some great things that came for their last 90 days?
Go. Sorry, I'm such a kid. I'm like, I used to not track well, and now with this, and like I knew I needed systems, and y'all told me that one of the reasons I'm not a director is because I haven't been consistent, and I've been really consistent the past 90 days, and it's showing.
Yeah. Isn't that cool that you have this concrete thing and you can reproduce that? Yeah, and you can share that with someone else.
I'm surprised how many good things.
Look at that.
Happened. And like I was really bummed.
Yeah.
This morning, and I was like, oh, just my tea party and get over it. I was like, oh, like not that much bad stuff happened.
We think of we think of what was in our head that it really is.
Yeah.
Awesome, that's exciting. Anybody else in the past 90 days, or what was some good things? I'll just shout them out. Let us be Star? Okay, awesome. Yeah.
My end of July, it just blew me away.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all remember that. Like I was so far from my goal, and I was like, great, here we go, start off the year this way. But you put it out there, and it just poured out like
you had like about $1,000. Did you have almost like it was like $1,000?
Oh
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Then you have your
My debut.
yeah.
I've had a lot of parties, and my sales have been good. And Star.
Yeah.
Finally I had stuff everywhere. Some stuff was at home, some stuff was at my office, and I finally got everything all in one place. So that's a good feeling.
Yeah. I thought you could breathe. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think that's huge, you guys. And like I think we glossed over that. We just let the victories go bye-bye too fast. Because sometimes we celebrate them too long too. But yeah, definitely taking time to recognize that. And then was there, and everybody, if I would say we would be very unusual if we didn't have any disappointments or anything that was unmet. So I'm sure we all have one or two or more of those. And I don't know if we want to share it. Well, somebody wants to share one, share it. Because
the nuggets?
Yeah, share a couple nuggets. I love the way she said it. It's not always all positive, you guys.
Can I share one more positive?
Yeah, share another positive.
Okay, so I was talking to Nicole this morning. We were trying to figure out how to get all our on-hold orders in, but before 1 p.m. and we did it by 1:30 p.m. and it's awesome. And I was talking to her. She's on vacation right now. Y'all should have time out of her family vacation to make sure that I finish. Like my first month. I'm not gonna cry. So after we talked about things, I was just kind of like, well, I've literally done all I can do. All I can do is just wait right now. I just have to wait for people to call me back with their card numbers, and I just have to pray. And she was like, you still have 90 minutes. I will pray it all works out. And then all in caps, she said, do not come apart. You don't have time for that. And I'm one of those people that I will fall apart. I'm very emotional. And I was just like, thanks. I'm actually pretty calm right now. She was like, okay, good. That means you're growing. Yeah. Okay. So I've grown a lot in the past.
Okay. So Melissa, I have a question for you. Do you believe you're supposed to be a director?
Yes.
Okay. You know that you've been called to directorship.
Because I really struggled with that last year.
Okay. So you can say yes to that. Okay. So we're in a Bible study. Yes.
I know.
Just telling you, this was
the first page of our notes today I read.
I haven't even read it yet.
Okay.
Okay, so God promised the Israelites their promised land.
Yes.
He's promised you directorship. He's not going to hand it to you.
Right.
He's not going to hand it to you. And that was huge, you guys. When the Israelites walked into the promised land, it was battle after battle after battle after battle. In fact, my little 10-year-old is like, really? This is,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so he had to work for it. I mean, they had to claim it and take it and fight the battles. And so but isn't that cool that we can work with the confidence knowing that it's coming?
And then Megan Davis, who is Ira CIQ, she was like, better now to have these struggles and have these struggles when you're a director. And I was like,
okay, yes.
And then Nicole was like, beyond devil, Melissa has goals, Jesus take the wheel.
Yay!
Yeah.
No,
I really grew.
Yeah, that's huge. That's awesome.
I'm messing.
Oh. No, it's funny because I'm usually not that emotional.
Yeah.
And I had a conversation with Lewis last week, and I was like, holy cow, like one day I'm crying, one day I'm crying. Like, what is wrong with me? Getting in touch with your eyes. No, he said you are emotionally connected and attached. You're throwing your heart over the line, is what he said. He's just like, you are all in that, and you do, and there's nothing wrong with that, you guys. That's what makes life like exciting. Like no day is the same, and I mean, how many people out in the world have goals like we have goals? Where they're full of life going for something. You ever get that excited about like your cases? And I used to. Not lately. When I was a young attorney. Gotcha. Okay. Well, no, we're supposed to be done like 7:53. Yeah. Okay. So anybody want to share a disappointment? Throw something out on the table. We'll do like 2 minutes.
I did really good tracking when we first started the tracking, and the second tracking book wasn't so great.
Okay.
The tracking fell off for me.
Okay, so like you did the April, May, June.
Okay. That was great. And then this other one, I let like 1 or 2 weeks go by, and I just never. All right, my last week was really great. The last week, but other than that, they're like big. I was like, I don't know what I did. And I know my customers are in the app, so that's the only thing I can see.
Yeah.
But that and booking calls, like the actual calls, and so that's what I'm working on right now. Is actually talking to people instead of just sitting out there.
Yeah. Gotcha. So that was cool. So she saw herself on the tracking, and then she saw herself fall off the tracking. And
that's when I filled out everything in one day.
Well, but you see, that's a growth. That is a growth. You have to experience the high and the low, because now she sees there's validity. Is that the right word? And using the tracking, like it's worth her time to do it. And so now you've proven to yourself. It's like you can know, but now you like really know. Right. Yeah. Okay. Anybody else want to throw anything on the table? Yeah.
Of what I did well in September, I didn't compare myself to people who are half my age and running.
Okay.
I was like, I'm talking to people on the phone, whether they do this real fast or not. I've got to be me. And the other thing was not, not comparing, but also just tracking myself and knowing what my number was that I had to hit. Y'all, I hit my 15% increase in sales about 2 weeks ago.
That's awesome.
I know. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've done a lot.
It does.
On my board last week.
And how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like I'm back to work. Not that I was ever not at work.
Yeah, just knowing your numbers, seeing that gave her confidence. I mean, to continue. I mean, otherwise you'd be like, oh, I don't know where I'm at. Just kind of, but it fuels you with confidence. Because
And I did all my interviews and I did different things, and I kept following up until the last day. I knew I had stuff at church all day, and was like, that's okay.
Right.
It's okay. I got my order in the day before.
You know you had given it your best.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah.
I do. And it gives me God knows to say that, because I really felt good about it.
Yeah.
Even though the people that I thought would come in didn't come in. So that's okay.
Well, it's kind of the same thing, even like with me on the last day of the month. I was at an HOA dinner. I had to do a little spiel my part and do stuff. And before we went to dinner, Elizabeth was like, so is it done? And I'm like, no. I go, it'll come in later tonight. And she's like, well, how far are y'all? And I think I told her 3,000. And she was like, 3,000? Like, where's that coming from?
Y'all.
You know, from an outside person, I mean, that's a big number. And so I was like, no, it's coming. And just, you know, and to be able to walk through your day in peace, knowing that you've given it everything. And I mean, the day before, I didn't know where a couple people were, like, just had responded to messages. And you just have to, like, you know, you've done everything you can, and you just have to release it. But there's calmness in that, and that is growth. Definitely, I guess emotional growth, and I think spiritual growth though too. Relying, like you put in the work, give the results up to God. And the way that 3,000 came in was actually way different than what I had planned. Because believe it or not, I do try to project like what I think y'all are gonna order. And I loved it. Like, Sue-Ann, you were surprised. Like, I didn't know you were ordering.
I had a very emotional day, so I was gonna quit Saturday. I really was gonna quit.
Oh,
I was trying to do my stepdaughter's house, and my husband was like, "You're not quitting."
yeah.
And she could give me a reason why you're quitting, and I was like, "Whatever." He's like, "Go on or something."
Yeah. And your order, that was a surprise, and that got us over. In fact, my husband asked us, he was like, "How much over did you go?" And I was like, "Oh, $100." And he's like, "That's it?" And I go, "Well, yeah." But I was like, "We hit it." And I'm like, "I'm totally good with it because we've already got $600 in for October." I mean, you know, so what didn't come in for September has already rolled over and coming in October. And so it's cool. And so yeah, you were definitely a surprise that pushed us over.
Yay.
But not all of us. Yeah, I know. Yes.
You put that up there. You didn't drive over your starter kit.
I do say one more thing.
Okay.
This is my victory here.
Aww.
Because she's my new, my positive friend.
Your balcony friend.
Yes.
Y'all been connecting.
We have been.
Awesome.
We've been
You
trying
did
to-
something. You definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Keep
done
each
with
other
school.
in check.
I'm like, I'm so done with school. So done.
All right. Well, if you haven't filled that paper in, y'all, I would highly recommend take some time and get. I mean, before you go to bed tonight, and just for your eyes. You don't have to show that to anybody else. So that's actually kind of the first part, like as she was talking about getting started. I copied for you guys in color goal setting step 1. And y'all, this is actually before you do the goal setting inside your tracking notebook. And you're like, Betsy, you're welcome. Take one, girl. Goal set wherever you're doing in life. Okay, so this is your this is gonna be your homework this week. And this is what I was talking about. I have done this, y'all, for 4 quarters a year for the past 2 years. And so it is really, I'll just tell you, the first time I did it, it took me forever. It felt like just really having to sit down and get still. Now I can go through it a little bit quicker, but it's the coolest thing. So just briefly, you guys, these are questions you're going to go through and answer. And they're hard. You've got to get quiet. You cannot do this at your kitchen table with kids running around. Can't do anything. And you really can't even do this with your husband or your boyfriend with TV blaring, okay? I would highly recommend, if you need to, go find your corner in a Starbucks. And if you want to put on like some nice, slow, quiet musical music, or I don't know, just get quiet or go out in the woods somewhere.
Oh my God. And then I got lost. There's mosquitoes.
All right, so you're gonna,
Like, then the bear came. Yeah.
okay, never mind.
I'm back.
Beautiful
Of course,
question.
it's not for 80
Beautiful
people.
answer. Y'all are not gonna go to the woods, you're gonna go to Starbucks now. And these are just thought provoking, and just I would don't overthink them, but think and write down the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay, and go through the process. It's taking you through the process. Then on the back side, it does go into think about your business. Where in the sequence of the full circle process do you have a tendency to drop the ball? So it's going to start you thinking about you, your life, and then it's going to take you into your business aspects. What current habits are inconsistent, y'all? I mean, these questions are just so good because, I mean, what are the things that trip you up that start making you go, oh, I'm off course, or oop, I was headed this direction and what are things in your life or habits that you're doing that you look up and you're like, oh, I've been doing this and now I'm like totally off course. It gives you an opportunity to think through those and write them down. Okay. And then what are you committed to changing in your life and in your business? Okay, so that's the process that it's taking you through. So that you can get to the small tweaks, like what she was talking about. And y'all, that's one of the purposes of our the 10 by 10 group that we started. Y'all, that is one of those to create a habit, a daily habit of booking is what that does. And if you guys have noticed, 10 attempts takes what, 20, 30 minutes? Yeah. If everybody answers, it might take you an hour. But what's the likelihood of 10 people answering their phone? Slim. Exactly. Okay, so maybe 15, 20 minutes to do 10 by 10. So if I was your boss at your job, and I said, you have to make 10 attempts a day, or I'm firing you. It's easy. I mean, y'all, seriously, think about, okay, all of you, if you do work another job, you're at that job for what? 6 hours, 6, 8 hours, or 10 hours. Okay, 6, 8, 10 hours, and you have to put in X amount of work. You have to do da-da-da-da-da. We're just saying 20, 30 minutes over here. But what she was talking about is compounded interest, you guys. If we can make ourselves, it's a habit, it's a getting still in our busy lives, in our busy world. It's the getting still, because once you're still, you can do it. But it's a habit that when done consistently over time, the results are gigantic. Gigantic. And I think sometimes, even we drop the ball where we get it consistent and we get all the activity, and so we're like, oh, I don't need to do that anymore. That can even trip us up. That's another. So, I mean, you'll be able to think through some of these questions about that and see maybe, because I'm guilty of that one, you guys. It's not that I won't do the work. I'll do the work until I feel like I'm too busy, and then I feel like I don't need to do that anymore. And then you drop the ball on that consistent habit. That was what was taking you forward.
And what's the 10 by 10 group?
It's a Voxer group that we put together. And I would say today's day 2, and I know it was a really like throw everybody in there. And some of y'all haven't answered me whether or not you want in there or not in there. If you want in there, just let me know. We'll put you in there. And we might just extend it a couple days, like go maybe the, I don't know, the 3rd to the 13th. Might be kind of weird, but 13th of October. But we can adjust that.
Lucky in there.
It is lucky. It is lucky. All right, and then just know that this is also going to take you through the process of writing 50 reasons for achieving the goal that you listed. Yes, this is good. And I don't think about it too much. Just start writing. Just start writing, because you will be surprised at how fast you do get to 50. Okay, and then in the pink section on the back, it says to highlight the top 25. Like after you write your 50 out, you go back and highlight the top 25. Then you're going to put stars by the top 5. And y'all, that is cool to see. That is really cool. And then I took my 5 and wrote it into like a statement. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I might.
That was the Boxer challenge that I told you about. This was in it.
It was in there?
Yeah.
Is that my baby?
Yes.
Nice. Oh, it's because it really get turned off. Everything's like messed up on my settings. Sorry.
Did you get your phone?
Yeah, when they do the screen, they replace like everything on the top. But I had Apple Care.
I did too, and my phone decided it wanted to try to blow up.
While you're looking at, can I share something?
Yeah.
So we do goal setting with our students. We have advisories, and so I have like 14 students that are like, I'm like their school mama. And we have parent conferences coming up, so we always have them set some goals before their conference because they actually need the conference. But we always have done SMART goals, and the kids like roll their eyes at us and like, whatever. Well, so this year they sent out a new form that I've never seen before, and it's WOOP. How do you pronounce that?
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Anyway. Okay. I actually, when I read it, I was like, I need to send this on, like, I need to post it, and I will. I actually printed it to get out to them tomorrow, so I'm gonna go through it with them tomorrow. So I'll send it to y'all. I'll post it in our free achiever group. But it stands for wish. So like that's your goal. Like what do you wish for? And then opportunity, I think, is the first O. It might be a different word, but basically it's like
obtain, that's it, obtain. Like what will you obtain by reaching this goal? And then the second O is obstacle, like what do you see that's going to get in your way? Like what are you not gonna do or what's gonna go wrong, you know, so kind of like are expecting it. And then what's your plan for when that happens? And it gave like a really good, like specific example. That's really good.
I had that in school.
No, I was looking for mine and mine is blank.
Oh.
I had to pull up. It's in my last two, but I must have I listed all my 50 reasons that I didn't finish that one through. So it's in my other. It's okay, Mary. Just I was gonna read it to y'all, but it's in my other one. Okay, so that's your homework. So as we wrap up here, so BossBabe 2.
My face, it doesn't go into what I want.
All right, so break it down. Homework is to do your reflection page, then your goals, and then the last part is the thermometer sheet inside your tracking notebook. Okay, and so if you guys flip to the page for the first month, inside, yep, can I borrow yours? It's this little sheet right here. So then you do numbers. Then you do numbers. After you've gone through the process that I just gave you guys, then that's where you set, because you're gonna have your goal worked out and you answer those questions. You'll transfer a tangible, reachable goal here. Because some of you guys may have unhardened car or DIQ as your ultimate goal. But when you come in here to your tracking notebook, you still need a tangible, touchy goal that you can share with your people that you're facialing, that you can share with your team members, that your American Mind is going towards, so that you can talk about, show, and share, and track, and make sure that it's happening. Are y'all all trying to read Yvonne's? Yeah. Okay, so, and then the other thing too is when you come back to that goal sheet, keep in mind if that matches what we had talked about at the very beginning of July.
My case.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. And you don't have to answer me now, but just I had lots of conversations with y'all in July about what your extra money was going towards. So are you keeping to that, or are you changing your mind? And if you are, it's okay. Just know it. And as long as you're showing for it, it's okay. I mean, you can change your mind, but just be clear that this is where we're at now, that you're not confused and trying to do both or jumping back and forth. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, are y'all good? So we definitely went deeper with goal setting. And if you want to, I've got to figure out how to maybe get those sheets out of the whole notebook, so that I could maybe just post those sheets.
What? Which ones? See?
You know what? I know what I can do. I can scan them.
It's in.
No, the other sheet, so I can post them for the people that are watching. The digging deeper questions. This right here. I'll get these posted.
Okay.
It's a PDF of 70 pages. So I'll just take these pages and I can scan them in. But yeah, it won't take very long. All right, awesome. So as we wrap up, and then we're going to meet our guest again, and we're going to do a little recognition. Just any last minute comments on goal setting, or are you excited for the next 90 days?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Isn't it cool though, going into another 90 days, knowing what you have under your belt now? Like going in, look what I did here. Now we're going to start here now.
I don't remember the last time, I don't remember ever being excited about October. I don't know if y'all know that about me, but October is always been a really hard month, but this is not going to be a hard October.
Yeah. And isn't it cool though, looking at it as a quarter? Yeah. October goes with the other. It's all together. Yeah. Yeah. Any other comments? Courtney, what do you think about all this? It's all new.
Oh, I did.
Great.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Any other comments?
Oh, she's got your vote.
Okay. All right, we're gonna sign off with our BossBabe online.
Bye.
Bye.